I see you've already found some work to make yourself useful. You don't need to call me master. My lord will do nicely, and I shall call you... What's the matter? You don't wish to tell me your name? It'll be much more difficult if I cannot address you properly. Your father did not tell me your name before you sent him away and took his place, so I demand to know what it is, girl. Now tell me. If you won't tell me, I think I shall make a name for you. I think beauty has a nice ring to it. Why beauty? Well, you are a beauty, you know. I assume you have quite a lovely smile, even if I've not seen it. Yes, I think beauty suits you well. Where are you going? I'm not finished with you. Now, I know you will get to know the stables and the land soon enough, but I would like to show you where you'll be staying during your time here. That is, until your father is well enough to return to his duties. The village. No, you will not be returning to the village. It might have been well enough for your father to live far away from the stables, but what type of employer would I be if I did not look after a young, unmarried girl such as yourself? During your father's convalescence, you will be my responsibility, and I will not have you staying in the village by yourself. I'm sure you're an experienced woman of the world, but under my employ, you will stay here. I won't hear another word about it. You want to stay here? No, you couldn't possibly stay in the stables. The first frost will be coming soon, and the drafty loft above the horse stalls is no place for beauty. You don't like it when I call you that, do you? Well, regardless, you will have a room inside the manor that will be yours. I'm not such a beast now, am I? Yes. I know what the villagers call me, and if they think me a beast, then so be it. But maybe I can change your opinion of me at the very least. Now come. Evening will fall soon. The horses, they will be all right. I've seen that you've fed and watered them. They should not need anything until the morning. You'll take better care of them than your father did, and then they'll become spoiled. Apart from the stables, you're welcome to explore the expanse of the grounds in your free time. I should warn you, though, the woods can be treacherous, so I wouldn't recommend that you go alone. If I'm free, I should be happy to accompany you. I suppose you've never been inside before, have you? Your father only came in once or twice. He preferred to stick with the stables. As would you. Like I mentioned before, the stables are no place for a beauty to live. Is it always this cold? Well, I don't occupy most of the rooms on the main level, so I don't see the need to light fires in the large salon to your left, or the drawing room to your right. There aren't any servants after dark either, so I usually keep a fire lit only in my study. Do not worry. I shall see to it that you shall have a fire in your room and any other room that you wish to sit in during the evening. There's a library as well, should you wish to read. My father had an extensive collection, and you're welcome to borrow any book that you like. Will you cease speaking of the stables? I told you before that you will not stay with the horses at night. As my servant, I am ordering you to stay in the manor. I should think you'd be most delighted at such an invitation. I don't understand why you're putting up such a fight. Why aren't there any other servants? Well, since it's only myself, I don't require much of anything. I keep a very light staff here. There is a maid and a cook that come during the day, but they leave at sundown. Are you afraid to be alone here with me? I can assure you, you will be well protected under this roof, and I don't intend to force myself on a female stable hand. You will learn I am truly not the beast that you may think I am. I don't doubt that you can take care of yourself. I can see that you're strong and capable, mostly the reason why I agreed to this exchange of your father for you. Now shall we start again? Perhaps we can become friends. Yes, I think we can. Perhaps we can go out riding tomorrow morning. I could show you the best runs. Who knows? You may even warm to me. You are full of tenacity, aren't you? I think more young ladies should have a spirit as you do. And if they look like you, they would certainly never be branded dull and mishish. It's a compliment, beauty. Only a mere compliment. Let's continue, shall we? I'll show you some of the rooms down here, then take you upstairs and show you to your room. Here, take my jacket. No, I insist. You mentioned a chill earlier, and I want you to be comfortable. These portraits are of my great-grandfather and great-grandmother, and then there are more paintings of distant ancestors further along. But I'm not here to bore you. Moving on, my parents. Their portraits are hanging just there. Next door is the music room. Let's carry on, shall we? They're both dead, beauty, and it's not a subject I like to discuss. I said it is not a subject that I like to discuss. I apologize. Beauty, I should not have raised my voice like that. Your arm. It isn't hurt, is it? Let me look at it. I'll just stand still. It does look a little injured, I am sorry. You must understand that I do not like to discuss my family. They are part of my past, and that's where I like to keep them. You aren't frightened, are you? Good. I didn't think you would be. Let's go to your room now. I promise I won't raise my voice or grab you in anger again. You have my word, beauty. Your room is a fine one. It overlooks the lake and the stables, so you can keep an eye on the servants' quarters. Of course not. Why would you want to stay in a tiny room in the attic? You might be a servant in the stables, beauty, but in this house you are a guest. You'll be given one of the guest chambers, I assure you. It will be to your liking. You think it generous of me? You're surprised by the display of generosity. I'm not a beast, beauty, as I've told you before. Here it is. You get very good sunlight in the afternoon, from what I've been told. My room is on the other side of the hall and all the way down, so you needn't be worried that I will mistake your bedchamber for mine in the middle of the night. Oh, so she does have a sense of humor, does she? Well, I should like to see more of that if we're going to be friends. And that smile. Told you earlier we were going to be friends. So much better than enemies, is it not? No. These might be a bit out of style, but there are a few dresses in here you could wear. Why? Well, you can't wear that thing you have on to dinner. It's ugly. These are much more fine. Yes, well, you could argue with me until you're all flustered, or you could just try on the dress. Look, this one is blue. It'll look lovely on you. I'll wait outside the door for you to change, and then I'll show you the dining room. Unless you'd like me to help. All right, I'll go. Are you quite finished in there? You haven't jumped out of the window and escaped, have you? What do you mean? You need assistance? Well, unfortunately, there are no ladies' maids on the estate. You will have to make do with getting dressed on your own. No. Don't put on your old dress. It's a ratty old thing. I intend on burning it first thing tomorrow. If we are going to dine together, I want you to be dressed finely. I know that dress will look lovely on you. You just have to try it out. For me. No, leave the old dress. I'm coming in. Don't worry. You don't have anything I haven't seen before. Now, where are you? Hiding behind the wardrobe. Beauty, the food is getting cold. Oh, it's just the buttons. Why didn't you say so? Yes, I can see there's a long row. There must be at least 50. I can button them for you. Come here. Now, finally. Now, do you need help dressing your hair? I've never fixed a lady's hair before, but you can do it. All right. I'll wait downstairs then. You are a true beauty in that dress. Don't you like it? We must learn to receive a compliment, and you found the shoes to go with it. I think they might have belonged to a distant aunt. But now, they're yours. It's no great sacrifice, I assure you. I know that you need practical clothes for your duties, but after you have finished for the day, I would like you to dress for dinner. If that is to your liking, of course. You'll join me for dinner tonight. And perhaps a few other times this week. I usually eat alone, but with you as company, I don't think I could refuse. Is your room comfortable enough? Please make yourself at ease. We may have started off on the wrong foot, but I truly want you to enjoy your time here. Now, let's eat. The cook leaves dinner set for me in here, and she always makes enough food for at least 4 people. I think we shall be both satisfied. Roast beef. And you must have a glass of champagne with me. I don't usually drink, but this is a special occasion. We shall drink to your father's good health and your first night at the manor. You have a look when you smile. Have I told you that? There's a glow to you. You truly do live up to your name. I don't even know if I want to know your real one. I shall tell the cook tomorrow that you enjoyed it. I'll also tell her to send for the dressmaker so we can make you some new dresses. Would you like that? Splendid. It's settled then, and you don't have to thank me. I rather like seeing you satisfied. Let's step out onto the terrace. It's a clear evening and I need some air. The manor? Well, I've lived here all my life, except for when I left for school. Yes, I have acquaintances. But I don't see the need to invite them here. I like my solitude, and I don't need to have parties. And I don't come to the village because I just don't. You don't have to follow me, Beauty. I'm sure you're tired, so if you'd like to retire to your room, I won't be offended. I'm going to go to the library. You don't have to keep me company, you know. Why don't I talk about myself? Beauty, I don't want to be angry with you, but if you keep pushing for this kind of information, I might be. All right. You win. Sit down next to me, and I will tell you the truth. My father was a very angry man. He would lose his temper at the drop of a hat, and you could hear his roaring and shouting throughout the entire estate. Some even said that you could hear him in the village, and everyone started calling him a beast. No one was safe from his anger, especially me and my mother. She sent me away to school as soon as she could protect me from him. A few years after I left school, I received a letter. My father had thrown my mother down a flight of stairs in one of his rages and killed her. Feeling remorse for what he did, he turned his own pistol upon himself and ended his life. I am sorry, Beauty. I did not want to burden you with these dark memories, but if you want to know the truth, this is it. I shut myself away from society only because I have fear of turning into my father and becoming a beast just like him. Do you think me a beast? You really should go back to your room, Beauty. Well, if this... What was that for? This is what you want. Your lips, they're so soft, like the petals of a rose. Beauty, you have been kissed before. I can sense it. I like a woman with experience, and you certainly have it. Beauty, you must go to your room this instant. If we continue like this... I don't know if you understand. You are my servant, and if we continue, you know what's going to happen. I told you I wouldn't force myself upon you. So you will force yourself on me. Oh, you are a vixen. I want more of you. Oh, I can have more. Oh, if you insist.